All right, my love. So friends at home, if you have like a pillow, maybe a couple pillows to prop up your spine and maybe a blanket, that would be helpful. And let's all get started in a supported Shavasana. You guys are gonna love this. So you're gonna take your bolster and the block for the head. Now, as we get set up here, what's gonna happen is you're gonna put your butt on the end of this and all these beads are gonna squish up to this end, right? So as you lay down, I need you to rest your head and then you're gonna lift your hips to kind of squish the beads around and find that perfect spot where then you can open your arms and legs into this X shape. Take your time with the setup. There's no rush. You'll find this sweet spot where it's just like you can take this big exhale. That's right, Christine. You want your shoulders supported, love. Even scooch down more. Yes. There we go. Yeah. I feel like you want to bring your whole, yep, that's right. You did it yourself. Good girl. Yes. It does take some wiggling, guys, but once we get there, you'll feel it. There you go, Anna. Yeah. Excellent. So shift your whole body down for me, Kristen. Put your shoulders on the bolster. That block. Better. There we go, friends. Just begin to arrive. We've all come from different paths, different sensations, and different ways of moving through our day. The coolest part is we are here right now, all in search of the same thing. Breath and ease. So give yourself permission to let go into this moment, into this space, melting over that bolster. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, nose or mouth. Just let the air flow in and out. This is enough. As you exhale, feel the space between your shoulders soften. Maybe feel the back of your neck lengthen. Start to draw the breath deeper down into your belly now. As you exhale, contract your abdominal wall, squeezing all four corners of your torso. Everything else stays relaxed. So big breath in, ballooning the belly out. And as you exhale, you feel your core, your midline cinching together. Good. A few more rounds. Inhale. And exhale actively. It's like you're squeezing out the toxins. Here we go. We've got about 5 more rounds of breath here. I want you to exhale so long and so intentionally that you start to feel heat generating in the center of your body. Remember that you are safe. You are not here to change anything. All judgments are left outside of this room. All expectations have no power here. 2 more rounds of beautiful breath, activating the solar plexus, the yellow chakra just above your belly button. This area houses our confidence and self-esteem. One more big breath, balloon the belly out. And as you exhale, squeeze the abs down. Beautiful, good. Both Annas, nice. Find an organic breath rhythm now. And I want you to gently touch your thumb to each fingertip. Noticing the texture of your fingerprints. Maybe your palms are a little sweaty. Maybe swallow and open your throat. Let the forehead relax, unclench the jaw. And then find a little wiggle in your feet. There we go. Nice job. Noticing your entire energy as a whole. From the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. How do you feel in this moment? There's no right or wrong, bad or good. Just what is. Your truth. Now don't move before you're ready, but when you feel like it's time, I want you to very gently draw one knee in towards the chest and then the other. You should be nice and balanced on that bolster. And it's not like a super active thing. I just want to give the lower back a little bit of length. There we go. Nice. 2 more rounds of breath here. Softening the biceps. Good. Now, as you exhale, ground the soles of the feet, just so you can feel closer to the earth. Here we go. Now we're going to be coming off of the bolster, but there's no rush to do this. There's also many ways that you can do this safely. My personal preference is to just roll off of the side of the bolster and land in a fetal on my mat. If you choose to sit straight up, all I ask is that you tuck your chin first so that you protect your neck, and then you can press on up. There we go. But wherever you land, we're all going to come off of the bolster and find a vertical seated shape. Job, ladies. Now, let's just take a moment with our spines tall. You can be in a little hero like me. You can be in easy pose, wherever you naturally land. Yes, perfect. And then I just want you to roll the shoulders gently. Not trying to create sensation, just trying to feel more space in the connective tissues. Noticing what areas are tight or sticky. Here we go. And then look over the right shoulder. Just feel a gentle stretch down the left side of the neck. Big breath in. Exhale, keeping the head right where it is. Inhale, bring the gaze through center. And exhale, taking the gaze over the left shoulder. Noticing the difference in sensation in this side of the neck. Big breath. Exhale to stay as you are. Soften the shoulders and the arms. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale to gently come over the feet, or maybe swing the feet around and meet me in a tabletop. Here we go, ladies. And I think I just changed my mind. Let's all grab our blocks for our tabletop. Let's take our cat-cow with our hands on our blocks. It'll help us get deeper into the spine. Is it behind you? I was like, where's your other block? Okay, guys. Friends at home, if you don't have blocks, maybe grab some books, or you could be like on the edge of your coffee table, or even like hands on your couch. All right, guys, so squaring up, stacking bone on top of bone. So making sure that your knees aren't too far backwards, right underneath the hips. And then inhale, drop the belly, take the heart forward, gaze goes up. And exhale, we round through the spine, drop the tailbone towards the heels, and really stretch through the neck. So inhale, dropping back into that cow. And exhale, round into your cat. Flow between those two on your own rhythm. Nice. Remembering that there's no right or wrong way. Just find something that feels good. Is that for more stable? Yeah. Is it very? Yeah. So then just stretch a little bit. If it hurts to put weight into your hands. Yeah, you're welcome. 2 more rounds here. Nice, Kristen. Beautiful. Excellent, Christine. All right, guys, one more round for me. Big inhale. And then as you exhale, let's all find a child's pose. So toes will come together. You can either have your knees as wide as the mat, or your knees can be touching. I want you to sink your hips to touch your heels and then lower your heart towards the earth. Option to keep your hands on your blocks if you want something with more sensation. Or if you're feeling really tight, option to put your bolster underneath your torso. Now remember, child's pose is about lengthening through the spine. So let your hips be heavy. Pull the crown of your head towards me. And soften through your elbows. Yes. Allow gravity to press on you from above and do the work for you. Ten rounds of breath here. Beautiful, Alex. Nice alignment. Every exhale, try to soften an area that maybe you've been holding on to. Sometimes it's the tiniest little adjustment deep down in the connective tissues. Use your breath to search for these areas that need your love. Inhale, sending oxygen and fresh blood into them. And exhale to melt, moving into the space your breath has created. Right where you need to be. This is your time. There's nothing to see, nothing to taste, nothing to touch or smell. It's just you and your breath. A few more rounds here. 3 more rounds. Good breath, Angela. Yes. Nice work, my friends. Let's try to sink this last round of breath up together. Big inhale. And as you exhale, get long onto your belly. Let the legs stretch out behind you. Let's find some beautiful belly time. Now, I feel like you need a little wiggles before we land fully in belly. So maybe just kind of bend at the knees and windshield wiper back and forth. Yeah, here we go. Let your forehead be rested. Nice. And then when it feels right, maybe you decide to move the whole time. But if it feels right, lengthen through the legs, let everything go soft. And start to enjoy the simplicity of this deeply beneficial shape. Now, option to put a block under your forehead. Christine, this might feel good for you, my love, if you have a little headache or anything like that. Sometimes I like to get the extra pressure right here, because then what I can do is roll my forehead like this, or I can catch the corner in my temple. Be careful. I can even shift a corner, like an edge, into my jaw. So it's kind of like a built-in massage. Don't force it though, guys. Remember, we're gently applying pressure if that feels good to you. Maybe the pressure is too much today, right? Just being on the belly is enough. But that's why I always like to offer layers, options, right? So that as we revisit the shape, you know how to serve yourself depending on where you are for that specific day and time. So I know that you guys know I love belly time. It is probably my favorite shape ever in life. And I always love sharing the fact that 10 minutes of laying on your belly helps adjust your spine, specifically your lower back. It also helps with allergies. We do this all the time as children organically. And then life sets in and we stop listening to what our body is asking for. So I know it may feel a little strange to be still here, but know that as long as you are breathing, you are receiving the benefits of this shape. So if thoughts come in, allow them to come in. Don't fight them. You just address them and then let them go. And you return to your breath, to your belly time on your mat. Let go just a little bit more. And a little bit more. Nice job, Kristen. You've got about 20 more rounds of breath here to enjoy, to fill your blood with oxygen, to allow any heat that is generating in your spine drain out of your being. Focus on your breath rhythm without the need to change it or judge it. Just listen and feel. Breathe in. And out. 5 more rounds of breath. Once you're doing awesome. Last couple rounds. Make them good ones. Feel the skin on the back stretch. You breathe in so deeply. Exhale. Very deeply. Good breath out. That was it. Smart, guys. And then we just mindfully start to move out of the shape. So maybe you tuck your toes, extending through the knees. Maybe you lift your head, kind of tick-tock it back and forth. I think it might be nice to round back into your child's just for a little counter stretch. And then I'm going to bring you back forward for a little heart opener. So maybe just take a moment to be organic and notice any switch in energy as compared to 5 minutes ago. When you're ready, we're going to get our bolster or pillow if you're at home. I want you to put it on the left side of your body for me. And then we're going to come back onto our bellies. Now, I want you to put, let me start this over, extend your left arm in front of you. And then you're gonna roll onto your left side. So your bolster is at your back. There we go. Now, take your right arm up and then open over this bolster. So the back of your head is rested on the earth. And you feel maybe a big stretch. I felt it through my bicep, but depending on how you rotate the palm of your hand, it's going to change the stretch in your arm. It also depends on if your arm is low and open at a T or up and above. So play with all of those angles and find that sweet spot where you just kind of, you're like, oh yes, let's just chill here, right? And then the legs get to do whatever's best for you to balance so that you can just lay there. Maybe you bend through the knees. Maybe one foot is kind of grounded. It'll be different for everyone depending on the day. Sorry, Alex. I think what's throwing you off is you need your left arm up. So send that hand towards my crystal ball. This one. Yeah, so I need you to be on the left side of your body. Right now you're on your spine. So you need to be on the side. And then open. Yes, that's a little different, right? Yeah, perfect. There we go, guys. I threw myself off. I had to move because I too close to the wall. Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah. So you might feel a little gentle twist in your lower back. Hopefully you feel a release in the front of your throat. Okay, just a little bit here. It wants to be more like there. But then you can let your head hang, or if we don't like that, we might need to do this for the head. Yes. Good, right in here, beautiful. I always love energizing my heart with the visualization of a Care Bear. So think about that beautiful, loving light. You're inhaling love and exhaling love. And if you pay close attention, you can feel your heart beating in your chest. Allow that energy to ripple in and out of you. Maybe you need it for yourself filling your own cup. Maybe it feels good to radiate it out into the world, to someone that you love, maybe someone that you don't even know them, but you're just sending them that energy. About 10 more rounds of breath here. More rounds, my loves. Last two. Deepen them down into your soul. On your next exhale, you can have a choice of either rolling back onto your belly or moving that bolster and coming onto your spine. So maybe you need a little reset time. Closing the energy would be on your belly, but maybe if you keep the heart open, you can come onto the spine. It's just a different energetic choice. There's no right or wrong. And then when you've landed, we take a moment of gratitude. We notice if one side feels different from the other. We thank our bodies for the experience of the shape just created. On your next exhale, we're going to get set up for that shape on the other side. So I believe the bolster will be on our right side this time. Now, to get set up, you extend your right arm out in front of you. You shift so you're directly on the right side of your body. The bolster is at your back. Find that spot for your head as you open the left arm towards the door side of the studio. Now remember, each side is going to need something different. So play with the angle of where your palm is facing, and also check in with whether your arm is up high in a middle line like a T, or if it's lower. All of these things change how the top of your humerus, your top arm bone, changes how it sits in that shoulder girdle. And if those things are connected to the neck, so depending on how this side of your neck is feeling, you've got to switch up the angle for support purposes. Checking in with that lower body, making sure that you're not having to hold yourself. Yeah, maybe bend through the knees. You find an angle with the legs where you can just be. There you go, Ash. Yeah, vibe it out. Yeah. That looks very Alice. Very nice. How's it feel? I feel like we need this. Yes. There we go. Returning to that visual in your mind's eye of energizing your heart. Breathing in love and self-care. And breathing out love and healing. There should be no tension in the neck. Make sure you're at that right angle. Notice if your breath has wandered. Welcome it back onto your mat. Ten more rounds of breath here. Three more rounds, my loves. Inhale down into the core of your being. And exhale to unwind as you see fit, whether you close or remain open. Nice work, friends. Taking a moment to adjust and to notice. Good breath breaths. Nice work. Now we're gonna start getting set up for our final Shavasana. If there are any wiggles that you need to take, maybe anything that I didn't get to today, feel free to address those sensations now. When you do feel like it's time to rest, I would like to offer taking supported bridge, the block under the hips for Shavasana. If you're not familiar with this, I will show it to you. But it'll be a deep stretch. Or you can just lay on the side. So if you want to take your supported bridge for your Shavasana, take your block with you as you're laying down for me. You're going to keep that block to the side of you and lay onto your spine, and then I'll help you get into the supported bridge. Otherwise, you can just get set up maybe with the bolster under the knees. Yes. That's cool. Yeah, I'll talk you through it. Yep. Lay down first. Here we go, loves. All right, guys. So if you would like to take supported bridge, you're going to ground the soles of your feet. So your bolster might be in the way. But I feel like you'll, yeah, we'll see. We'll dive it out. Yeah. So press into your feet to lift your hips. Get the block on the low setting and slide it underneath your tailbone. Not your lower back, your tailbone. But I also don't need down here. It's like right in here. Sacrum. You give your weight to that block. My personal favorite is to have goalpost arms. It just really helps open up my cervical spine as my hips are lifted. But if this is ever too much sensation, you can always just very gently return the soles of the feet to the earth, lift the hips, and remove the block. I got you, Ash. Yeah, you want to be covered? Yes. And Ash has extended her legs long. Know that that is an option. Everything is optional in this shape. So you just find a shape that feels best to you. Here we go. And you begin to settle. You feel your shoulders start to relax. Your pelvis lets go. Breath is flowing freely and easily in and out of your nose. Begin to drift away. I'll bring you back when it's time. Very slowly start to your body. Take it slow. Start with your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Re-entering with care and ease. You still have your block under your hip. Gently start to remove it, returning the spine mindfully back to earth. And everyone maybe has a full body stretch calling. Feel free. Just kind of reawakening. We're going to rest for about 5 more rounds of breath. You can stay on your spine. You can roll into a fetal. You can make a new shape all on your own. Just gently start coming into your body, into your fresh perspective. One more round of breath. As you exhale, begin to slowly rise. I'll meet you in a seated shape of your choice. My offering is that you keep the eyes closed and awareness with Fire, join me in bringing prayer hands together at heart center. Thank yourself for your beautiful practice this evening. I am honored that you trusted me to guide you. Let's all take another inhale together. And as we exhale, we'll bow and say namaste. Namaste, my loves. Beautiful work. Please sit in your peace. Don't move too quickly. Just giving yourself the time to come back gently. Namaste, Teresa. We'll see you next time.